Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Ryan. I'm a full-time reseller on sites like eBay and Poshmark, and I just wanted to talk about some of the, benefits in a way of being a full-time reseller. Uh, Everyone already kind of knows it does give you a little bit of freedom, especially if you are doing well at it. And fortunately, I feel like I'm doing good at it. Good, like I could do better, obviously. I think, everyone could do a little bit better, but I'm doing good at it. So what I wanted to kind of talk about is some of the freedoms when you do become a full-time. Of course, you get to make your own schedule, which that is really important because, if you're sick, you don't have to call in to anybody. You are your own boss, but you're also responsible for all the problems. So if you miss a stain on an item or it gets broken, that all relies on you. There's no one else to go to. You are it. So that is just how it goes. But one of the freedoms that I have is, I can knock out a bunch of stuff really fast. And, I try to have a nice little draft bank. So having a draft bank gives me an opportunity to kind of do some other things. So here recently, I had the opportunity to be a background actor, which I think is kind of cool. Obviously it doesn't pay at all. I don't know if I can disclose how much they paid, but it was more for the experience and then getting to hang out with people and you just meet people. It was a lot of fun doing background. So I'll just kind of tell you about it a little bit. So the movie is going to be called Road to Recovery, which here's like a little clip how I kind of heard about it.
New at 9, the movie Road to Recovery is being filmed right here in Green Country. It follows the story of a father and his terminally ill daughter traveling across the country to find the boy she loves. Fox 23's Ian Nickel joins us now in studio. Ian, another movie being filmed right here. We're hearing this more and more. It feels like nothing new for Tulsa.
It's not, Devin. Green Country has become a hub for films and television, and it shows no signs of slowing down.
Tulsa has been one of the few locations across the United States over the last decade to be the setting of major films and television shows, with works like Twisters, Tulsa King, and now Road to Recovery, which stars Freddie Prinze Jr. and Ryan Kira Armstrong, who you may have seen in another Tulsa film show, The Lowdown. The film's director and writer, Scout Taylor Compton, isn't new to Tulsa and explained how the road to filming ended here in Green Country.
Well, I actually was an actor in a movie out here with Rebellion Pictures.
So I can't tell you the scene that happened because I did sign like an NDA, so I can't disclose any of that kind of information. Obviously, I can say, the movie because it's kind of out there public, especially it's on the news and all that. I won't get like an, IMBD, I think, credit. So I won't get one of those, which is fine, This is actually my third time doing a background, and the first time was pretty fun. It was for like a horror comedy movie. The second time was kind of a chick flick, and I was just background. You might just see my shoulder in that one, so I don't even really count that one. And then they ended up having too many people, so I ended up having to leave. It just is what it is. And then this last time was probably the most fun. So I know this isn't really about reselling, this is just kind of about me. But so I got there, they took us to the background holding area, and they put us into groups. First question they asked is, hey, does anyone have any dancing experience? And I'm like, yeah, okay. Then like, well, does anyone have any two-step experience? I'm like, yeah, I got two-step. I live in Oklahoma. I got two-step experience. And so I was one of the 11 people that were picked, which was really weird because it's an odd number and you think two steps, two people. So there's 11 of us dancers, and out of like, I want to say about 40 people for background. And there's people that were bartenders. There were people that were just bar patrons. I think we were all labeled as bar patrons. And so with, you know, the 11 people, and all the other extras went into filming, and for about 2.5 hours, and we sat there in the waiting room just for 2.5 hours doing nothing but waiting. And so that's just part of being background. I mean, you just wait. I mean, you're just kind of happy to be there. But I'm a really social person, so I just kind of talked to people there, and it was really cool to getting to meet people. I met someone that's a comedian. I met this couple that also got choose to be dancers, that they have been in multiple movies around here, and they were really nice. Apparently they just did a movie with Shia LaBeouf and as background, but it was just kind of cool. And there's some people and they're retired. They were like in their 70s, and they were still just, I guess this is just something they do for fun with each other, which is great. And just met a bunch of other people, which is really cool. And then even found different social medias of, you know, what their focus is, and you know, give them a follow, which is really cool. Just networking, I think. This gives me an opportunity to kind of branch out of just thrifting and finding also like new customers in a way, if you think about it. Because, you know, I kept telling a lot of them, like, hey, you know, I even had to shop my own store for a wardrobe because it was Western wear. And so I shot my own store, and I kind of told them what I did. I told one girl that how this is what I do, and everything. She was really intrigued about it. And I think it's just really cool because you're networking with people that don't even know about this. And I shared my store, and who knows, maybe someone might buy something, so I might have potential customers. So networking is important. And I even told them, like, hey, if you have stuff, I might be interested in it. So I'm fine. Talk to people is honestly one of the best things you can do. So I waited 2.5 hours. They finally took us back, and basically I didn't get paired. I guess I went to the bathroom at the time or something. So there was 3 groups that were paired, and then there were 4 girls. Let's see, 6. Yeah, 4 girls, and then me. And so they had to pair me with somebody. And I ended up pairing with somebody, and then one girl was just kind of, I guess, a solo dancer on the floor. And then the other 2, you could tell they were a little bit bummed, because then they got moved to just being background, like by the pool tables, which I would be too. You get told that you're going to be one of the dancers, and then you're not. So I get it. And the person I was partnered with, she thought when they said 2-step, she was thinking like for that song where it's like 2-step. She didn't think the country version, which was pretty funny. But she was from New York, and you know, she learned quick on the spot, which 2-stepping is not really hard. It really isn't. So, you know, we just learned right on the fly, and she did a great job just learning on the fly. And so we did, you know, when you're background acting, you film the same scene over and over and over. And I think we filmed from like 2:30-ish to pretty much 5 o'clock. And then they actually fed us, which they fed us at this Mexican restaurant place, catered to us, which was really cool. So we got to eat some awesome Mexican food, which I'll definitely be back at that location just to try it out. I had the steak quesadilla, and it was delicious. But so then we went back for about another hour and a half, I think, or so. And then we finished filming around 8 o'clock. So I was there from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. And it was a lot of fun, though. I would definitely do it again. Side, like if you're a full-time or part-time person, do you do something on the side that just kind of you know, reselling is giving you opportunity? I'd also like to hear, like, do you you know, use your money for vacations, paying off debt, or do you do something like that? So I'd love to hear from you guys. But that was just kind of a short little video of my experience of kind of being a full-time reseller, things I get to do. So I appreciate you stopping by. If you could, go ahead and like the video, comment below, let me know what you like doing on the side, because you have the opportunity, whether it's pickleball, or I see that's pretty popular, or things like that. So subscribe if you want to catch more content like this. I know this video is more about me than really reselling, but I appreciate you stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Bye.